You guys want to touch him? Yeah, no. You want to touch him? He doesn't bite. He's super good. Just put him downwards.
Oh my god.
He's a bearded dragon. I have someone to introduce you to. He's my best friend. Give it up for Edward!
Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold the band when it's time to win.
Guess what? We're going shopping and we are gonna go get some veggies and we're probably gonna get some fruits too. Come on. I'm hoping I don't scare anyone in the store. We typically always scare people, but hopefully today we don't scare anybody. Today we are gonna go grocery shopping for 4 of our reptiles. We have 2 bearded dragons, we have the tortoise, and we have a crescent gecko. Edward is the only one who's coming on the ride today. Edward is the only one who was well behaved enough to come to the store. So let's go inside. Okay, so I just finished my grocery shopping. I'm trying to look for flowers for Turbo. I have a list of things that I gotta get. I'm gonna enter that list right here so you guys can go off of what I'm looking at. For Edward, I gotta get some like collard green. I'm also gonna get some nopales. So hopefully there's some nopales here. Edward did try jumping and going. Oh, there's some dandelion greens there. I do need some dandelion greens. I think I'm gonna get some dandelion greens real quick. I had a bunch of people come up to me earlier, tripping out about Edward, trying to touch Edward. Let's see if I can find. Hey, would you guys happen to have any mustard greens here?
Which one?
Mustard greens?
Mustard greens?
Yeah. Okay. He's like, nopales. No. I've never seen them here. That's what I was wondering if they're here.
Sí los teníamos.
I don't even know what they look like.
Los han mandado, los dejamos de ordenar.
Do you guys want them?
No.
Yeah.
Alright, it's fine. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Wow. So they don't have mustard greens, so mustard greens is off the list. We're not getting those. I'm not gonna get every single thing on here, but this is something that I do go off on. They do eat squash. I actually already got some squash. I got this Mexican squash. That's already off the list. And then I got this other green Mexican squash already, so that's off the list. That's good. The greens are pretty much done already. I think I want to get one more green. I have bell peppers at home already, so I don't need to get those. Maybe some cactus. I don't think I've ever given Turbo any nopales, so let's see if I can find nopales. I got some diced cactus. I do have to dice them even more because they're super thick. So that's off the list. Now let's go get some fruit for them. So for Mushu, which is the crescent gecko, I don't really give him like fruits whole because they just kind of lick a paste. So I kind of make him a paste at home, but I do want to give him, I gave him some watermelon the other day. I think I'm going to give him some either mangoes or bananas. You know what? I think I'm going to give him bananas because I just got bananas. And I think I'm also going to get some strawberries. The tortoises, I don't think I'm going to give Mr. Turbo any strawberries today, but let's go get some strawberries. And that should honestly be it for that list. Like I said, I'm not going to get everything on the list, but I'm going to get some things on the list. I mainly have like my bell peppers at home, so I don't really need to get any more. And like, as for the crickets and the worms, Mushu, Turbo, and Edward, and Jacob, they don't have insects here, so I'm not going to be able to get the insects here. I actually get them at one of our local stores over here. It's called Whitey's Pet Store here in Fresno, I believe. It's the best store that I've ever gone to when it comes to like crickets and any type of insects. Edward was not purchased there. Jacob was purchased there. Let's see. What else do I need to go through? I gotta stop here because typically people will stop me, and I've been here for a minute. Ooh, I should get blueberries. Blueberries are over here. Let's go get these blueberries really quickly. Get these blueberries right here.
Oh,
You
is that a real
excuse
one?
me. Yeah, no, he's real. You guys want to touch him? Yeah, that. You want to touch him? He doesn't bite. He's super good. Just put him downwards.
Oh my god, what is he?
He's a bearded dragon. You want to touch him? Yeah?
I want so bad.
Oh, you have to get
I've
one.
heard they're just like amazing. Like this is what they.
They're
they're good pets.
they're really good. I would
Yeah.
say as a first time pet for kids for sure.
Yeah.
But for the parents, handle them for the first year because they're really scared. So build that relationship with them as a baby, just one person only, and then they will become
they get
trained like
used
that.
to. Oh,
They're so
okay.
good. Don't get them though if you're not willing on having run them around and pooping everywhere because they will not poop in their house. They're trained. If they do poop in their house, it's because you didn't take them out.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it makes-
they want to
makes
like
stink.
run around and be free.
Oh yeah, they need as much as attention as a dog does. You gotta carry them, you gotta love them. They like their cuddles, but they'll prick you a couple times.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one. Okay, so we got those. I think that's pretty much it. There shouldn't be anything else that I'm needing. Oh, there you go. There's one interaction that I got on the vlog real quick. Parents definitely do always like these bearded dragons. They're probably the easiest thing to handle, in my opinion. I've had dogs and I've had cats, and they're a lot tougher compared to bearded dragons. But I will tell you, reptiles are very expensive. They're not cheap at all. The reptile itself is cheap when you get them as a baby, but the older they get, they need a lot more attention. They need lights, they need food. So it's not cheap. Don't think you're gonna get one and it's not cheap. And don't get one if you're not ready for a commitment. Because if you can't take care of a reptile, then why get one in the first place? Edward's trying to like tuck. He's trying to hide. Look at him. You taking a nap? You taking a nap, baby? I think he's taking a nap. He's hiding. All right. I think that's it. I think that is it for now. Let's go catch out. The vegetables are washed. The strawberries and the blueberries are washed. We're finally back home. I have Edward's, Jacob's, and Turbo's bows in front of me. And Mushu's. Now, I'm going to prep the bearded dragons and the tortoise's food real quick. And I'll show you and I'll explain to you exactly what I did. Now that I finished all of their prep for their foods, I kind of just throw all of their vegetables and their fruit into a Ziploc bag, and then that next day that comes up, I will just take them out of the fridge, throw them into their bowls. I'll wash their bowls, throw them in their bowls, and then I'll just give them to them in the morning. Sometimes, if they're not awake in the morning, I won't give them to them, and I will save their food for the evening, and I'll give it to them in the evening. I did want to give you guys some knowledge on the reptiles, at least the ones that I have. For the bearded dragons, they for sure need a lot more veggies as adults, but give them a lot more insects as babies, because you know their diet, it does flip as they grow, same as us. You do need a lot of leafy greens, you know, collard green, mustard, and turnip greens. They're for sure staples. Do not feed them the iceberg lettuce. A lot of people rely on the iceberg lettuce. Just remember it has no nutrition at all, so I would just skip it if I were you, especially if you're giving it to a bearded dragon. Squash is a beardie's favorite. It's very rich in vitamins and it adds a lot of variety to their bowls, so I suggest giving them a lot of squash. Make sure any type of fruit that you are introducing to them, you are cutting it down very small. Since their mouths are so tiny and you're not around, they can choke, so be very careful with that. Including with your leaves. make sure they are cut down to a size where it will fit in their mouth and they will not choke on it. So as for fruits, strawberries, blueberries, you know what I just gave today, they are kind of like candy for bearded dragons, so don't overdo it. Just serve it to them as treats. So if you're looking at Edward and Jacob's bowl, look at how many strawberries I have in there. I don't have much. I have a lot more leafy greens in there. And then I do hide their worms in here. I do have worms in there. Right now, Edward, he is not being fed as many insects for a reason. He is put on a diet and he's on a veggie diet right now. I am still giving him his worms, but not as many. Just make sure that you are feeding your bearded dragons healthy foods before you're just introducing them their insects off the bat, because they're only going to eat their insects and they will not touch their veggies. So just make sure you're hiding your veggies inside of your plates. Now, as for your Russian tortoises, or your tortoises, they are very, very strict with being a vegetarian. So don't feed them any bugs, don't feed them any type of meat. They thrive on weeds and wild greens in nature. So when you go to the grocery store, all you need is greens. You can give them fruit, but just know that too much fruit, it can for sure upset their gut and cause a lot of health issues. So just make sure you're giving a small portion of fruits. Crescent geckos. They are fruit eaters. They mainly eat powders. I throw in my powder inside of my cup. I throw in my water. I shake it up. I make it into a paste. I leave it in the fridge, and whenever I serve him or decide on feeding the rest of the animal, the reptiles, then I'll go ahead and grab it and serve him. Today, I am actually going to make him a little paste out of the strawberries and some of the blueberries. So I'm kind of just going to smash it, and I am going to throw them into his container, throw it in his house, and he will eat it. They for sure do thrive though. They thrive a lot on these powder diets. So you are going to need these. Be prepared when you have a crescent gecko. Do not go feeding them all of these leafy greens because they do not have teeth. They mainly just kind of lick their food over and over. So this is not a diet for them. Let me show you what their diet looks like. So this is pretty much what it looks like. This is a crescent gecko's diet. Now, let me make a paste, and I'm going to show you what I do when it comes to this. So, some fruits that crescent geckos do eat, they do like mango, they like papaya, they like peach, and banana can be given, but occasionally. And make sure you're never giving them don't give them anything that has citrus in it. So, remember when I was telling you that the crescent geckos just kind of lick and they don't have teeth? So even though they lick fruit, the powder diet, it is a lot more balanced and healthier long term. And they are also nocturnal, so which means they are nocturnal eaters. So, offering food in the evening matches their natural routine. So I would not give him or give them their food during the morning time. Evening is best, so Mushu's food will get saved and he will be given it in the evening. This is pretty much all I do when it comes to Mushu. He's very easy. He's a very, very easy reptile to handle. But just be very careful when you do get a crescent gecko because they're very, very easy to harm, especially if you have a toddler. My son is about 4 years old, and I do not ever let my son handle my I'm gonna kind of smash this a little bit. I feel like it's a little too thick, but yeah, I don't ever let my 4-year-old handle Mushu because he's super fragile, and I just don't trust I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him whatsoever. He has already been caught hurting Edward. Edward is a lot larger, so yeah, he does not get the opportunity to even handle Mushu whatsoever. So I would be careful if you're a parent out there who's seeking what type of reptile to get for your child. Well, just keep watching this channel and you'll figure it out on your own, which is the best one. So right now, we're getting Mushu's food ready. So I think that's pretty good right there. I'm just going to kind of scoop up all that food. So this is all he gets offered. Not every day, though. Let me mention that. He does not get this every day. He gets his paste every day. This right here is something that is offered as a treat from me. This is mainly what I handle almost every single day when it comes to the other reptiles. But that is it. I did forget to mention that crescent geckos do eat insects, but they don't eat them as much as bearded dragons. So you could feed them often. Just make sure they're very small roaches or very small crickets. If I do give Mushu any of his insects, it's about 10 all at once. And I'll put him in there in his enclosure and he'll eat them eventually, but I only get very, very baby ones and I don't get any more than 10 since he's super petite and he needs to also rely on his fruits. But yeah, that is it, you guys. That is it, you guys. Thank you so much for coming along and shopping with Edward and I. Edward and I appreciate it very much. And we might show another shop with us video next time. That is it. Now I gotta go prep my lunch and my dinner. And good night. Goodbye. Good morning. Whenever you're watching this, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.